Yeah, we are live. Welcome, ma'am. So good to have you in the room today for the Focus Women Summit. We're excited. Are you excited? I see you smiling.
Yes, thanks for having me, Coach. It's good
All
to be
right,
here.
welcome. It's our grand finale today, and I'm excited because we have four speakers lined up for today. So you're the
Mm,
very first speaker, and I trust God that lives are going to be blessed. For those of you that are here, welcome on board. Uh,
mhm,
Can you hear me clearly or there's an echo? I think there's an echo. I don't know if it's from my end.
I can hear you.
Okay, so let's go on. You're going to introduce yourself to the house and then we'll take it up from there. Tell us your name, what you do, where you're from, fun facts about you, or any other thing you want to share.
Oh, okay. All right. My name is Kenny Abiola Akintenwa, and I'm a mom, I'm a wife, and I'm a coach. and
Mm.
I,
Who do
wo-
you coach? Tell us.
I coach people, individuals,
Mm,
parents, teenagers. I
mm,
coach anybody that is ready. Even I coach men.
yeah.
So yes, and I think this is the most exciting thing that I do. Though I work
Mm,
as I still have my 9 to 5, but I realized lately that this is really what I really want to do. I want to coach. I want to tell people that there's so much more to them. There's so much more inside of us. We just have to pick up that rod, like when God told Moses to pick up the rod and go to Pharaoh, and
mm.
that it was going to tell him what to do. So we have so much on the inside of us that we don't even know. So yeah, this is the season
How
where
did
I
you
have right
discover?
now.
How did you discover this part of you as a nine to five? What do you do as a nine to five now? Are you a
As a native
nurse,
life,
doctor? Mm,
okay, I work with the government of Alberta where I am here in Calgary, Canada, and
okay.
we support people going through addiction and mental health. And yeah, that's what I do as for 9 to 5. But outside that, I coach people. And I discovered this some years ago. I found out that okay, I was working somewhere before. I was working as um, a health information management professional, and
Mm,
so there was this particular summer I was invited to facilitate a camp, a teenagers camp, to
mm,
to mentor teenagers and teach them. So that particular summer, we
mm,
talked about mental health, teenagers' years, and all that. And I found out that I connected with the teenagers. They shared so much with me. They told me so many things they were going through. And I having two teenage daughters too, I was like, okay, this is interesting. So teenagers are going through all this, and that's actually took me back um to my own childhood growing up. I realized then at that time that okay, I actually went through this, but during our childhood days, we didn't have mentors like that. We didn't have people to tell outside our home because I
mm,
lost my father when I was very young. I think I was 10. And
mm,
my mom, she was always working. She would go to work and she had to make money to take care of 5 children. So I have 3 brothers and my sister, my twin sister. So we didn't really have anybody to talk to. I had so much I was going through, and I wish I had a mentor growing up. I wish I had a coach, someone to that would have coached me through my teenagers. So during that summer when I connected with the teenagers, I realized okay, I had to do this for teenagers, and having 2 teenage girls, I'm like, I needed to be there for them. I will not allow them to go through what I went through. And that was what how it started. And I just went online. I started looking for courses, certifications, and it started from there. And I've had so many certifications since then. I've been certified in different areas, and I'm like, okay, this is what. And I found out that it gives me joy when I see people, yes, realizing that they have so much values on the inside of them. That was how it started for me.
Wow, interesting. I think this is really a thing. There's always that spark from
Mm,
somewhere. Um, I really love it, and I love what you do. In fact, as we were talking, it just touched my heart somehow, looking at my own childhood as well. You know, when you don't really have direction, you don't have someone guiding you. I think
mm.
um, we need more coaches in different spheres of engagement. We need more coaches to
Yes,
help
there can never be enough. Like someone once told me, "Well, like, oh, so you two, you're a coach. There, everybody is now a coach." I'm like, okay, yes, we need more coaches. We need people to, especially adults, to mentor our teenagers these days because of so many things out there. We need coaches. We need mentors. So there can never be enough. It can be.
absolutely. Even
Mm,
in churches, in workplaces, we need
mm-hmm.
more coaches. In fact, beyond just needing more coaches, we also need leaders who will be trained themselves to be coaches because the
Yes.
skill of a coach is different from that of a mentor. Um,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
if you, as a parent, there are certain seasons you need to coach your children, and if you don't have those skills, it may be difficult. As a
Mm-hmm.
church pastor, all right, I'm also talking from perspective of a pastor now. If you're running a church, there are certain people you just need to coach them. They don't need mentorship. Otherwise, they will not get results. They will not move past that circle. So I really get you. Everybody should be a coach, whether to one person, to a child, to whoever. If you can
Mm-hmm.
learn coaching skills, it will help. I really love what you do. Thank you so much. And you're going to be sharing with us today. I know you're a calm woman. There's so much brilliance and intelligence on the inside that we want to
Thank
bring
you.
out. You're not the bag like me. So it's okay to have sun and moon. That's why we're alive. So
Mm.
I'd like you to share with us how to redefine success today. The reason is because a lot of women, when we talk about, I think when I'm talking, you mute. When it's time for you to talk, I will mute. I think that's where the echo is coming from.
Okay.
Mm.
So you need me to mute now?
Yeah. Okay. Let me help you.
Okay.
You can't find it. Have you seen it? Okay, I've done that. Okay. So like I was saying before, that redefining success is important to every one of us in every season of our life. So if we have this foundation, it will help us a lot. Because you see this comparison thing, we are number one. Women, we are number one when it comes to comparison. For example, my husband doesn't care about so many things that I care about. He doesn't really care. Like, let me give you an example. Um, Making some kind of, you know, make doing some kind of makeups. I know most men are not really interested in things like that. Although when they see, they may admire it, but it's not really a thing for them. Some kind of dressing, all those serere that we carry and we wear. So kind of comparison. A man can be using one car for like 15 years. They don't care. But a woman, you see this comparison thing. We compare across different spheres, across different levels. So in fact, I was sharing in one of our session here that a friend of mine visited my house. Guess what, Ma'am Kenny? She went to my kitchen. And I was asking, what are you doing in the kitchen? She said, I want to check out your kitchen fine now. I want to check your kind of pots. I was shocked. Your pots, your this one. I said, hmm? But I didn't know my husband was hearing on the inside the house. When she left, my husband was like, that was very strange. Why is she checking pots for? She just want to compare pots, whether I'm using this, now.
Mm.
Interesting. So people with different levels of understanding. So I
Mm.
love us to redefine success so that we can have peace. We can have peace of mind and just understand that life is the way God has created it, and we must take one step at a time. So first
Mm.
of all, I want to ask you, where did you originally get your own definition of success from? Let's take it from there.
I think like every other person, growing up, it came from what we saw growing up, what
Mm,
people praised around us, what looked respectable around us. It came from everything that was celebrated. People like most parents want their kids to be doctors, they want them to be engineers, they want them to be lawyers, all these things that looked right. And we all followed it. I did also. We all wanted to have a big house, have all the money we can have, the things that make people say, oh, she's doing well. And we all
mm,
followed that for a long time. Like for me, somewhere along the way, I just started feeling disconnected. All I wanted to have was I just wanted my small family. I'm like, I just want to God, I just want enough money to eat. We can always have enough money to buy whatever we have. I can also give out to people because it became so overwhelming. I'm like, okay, why do we have to compare? Someone like me, I don't like stress. I just want to eat, wake up, be with my family and all that. And I realize the more we get, the more we want more. And that
mm,
is life for you. It will never be enough because you always want more. And
mm,
by the time you make more money, you
mm,
realize that you want to get the latest clothes, you want to get the latest phone, you know and it's just like that even in the kingdom, among Christians. Like the other day I saw a pastor that posted on Instagram that he got his wife an iPhone 17. I was like, okay, is that why have you showing that? Why do you have to show the world that you bought your wife iPhone 17?
17.
I'm like,
Honestly,
what is that teaching us? And you want people to now start pressuring themselves. Maybe another wife will see it and go and
maybe
tell,
their own is iPhone 15. So my
eh,
husband must be
you
17.
must
Oh.
buy. So you just find out that the way people define success is alarming these days. And if you are not careful, you just find out that you are not fulfilled. You start comparing yourself. And the reality is that many successful people, they are secretly broken. There's so
Child.
many people that are broken. They are carrying unhealed issues, wounds, trauma,
Mm,
and even people, they have addiction, you know,
mm,
their marriages are not working, even being leaders in their organizations at work, even in churches. So we just have to sit down individually and be like, what do I really want? Have your
mm,
goals. What do you really want? Because everybody has we all have, especially in Nigeria, we have childhood issues that if we are not even healed, we cannot be
mm,
successful like what the way we really want to be successful. Because first of
mm,
all, we have to heal from all these baggages we carry from our childhood growing up. And with the way
mm,
Nigeria is this day, I don't know how people are making it, how they are going through, especially the kids growing up in Nigeria. I don't know how. We have to be intentional as parents to really raise our kids the right way, or else we are raising a generation that the way they will see success is just they just want to cut corners, and they just want to make it like right now. They want to be successful right now. So we have to be careful how we are raising our kids these days.
mm. In fact, you are just breaking so many tables. I don't know whether we should go there. Um, you said the way we are raising our children. I know you are a parenting coach as well. The way we are
Mm.
raising our children these days, if we are not careful, a lot may go haywire. Can you just break that down a bit to what you mean? And then you also touched on the fact that a lot of people are not here. That even when they are
Mm.
when they seem successful in quotes, but deep down they are carrying baggages.
Mm-hmm.
Um, as a transitioning coach, as a a therapist. What do you think? What does that even mean? Because yesterday, while we're in the session, I think I said something about unprocessed emotions. So, is that also related to what unprocessed emotion means? Or you're just talking about, just break it down. Let me not put words in your mouth.
Mm,
What do you think? I have asked two questions. One about the parenting, and
okay.
then the other one about healing.
Yes. Okay. Like for instance, most of us, the way we're raised, maybe we like like someone like me, the kind of person I am, I realized that I had low self esteem growing up because I was being compared to my sister with my sister, and when you are compared with another person, you start feeling down. You believe you are nothing. I was so shy that even I remember I was in the choir at that time. I could not come to hold the mic. I was always hiding behind everybody because I just believe there was nothing good about me. But this, when you now grow up, you want to make sure you satisfy your children. Like maybe you are poor when you were growing up. So like my husband, there was a day he came back from work and he bought so many clothes for my children. I'm like, he went to buy clothes again. And later when I sat down with him, I realized that when he was growing up, his father was not there for them, buying clothes for them. He said he couldn't remember his father buying clothes for them during Christmas or New Year, all
Wow.
those. And so
Mm,
when anytime he goes out and he sees clothes, he just wants to buy clothes for my kids. And I'm like, this is
mm,
trauma. You are just doing this out of trauma. He's always buying clothes for them. I'm like, okay, so where's my own? You didn't buy for me, you know? And he was just trying to feel that thing that
mm,
he didn't have. And I realized that most of us, there's so many parents these days that they're indulging their children, everything they ask for, they are giving them. And also that one is another issue on its own. And another one is you were talking about me talking the video you watch of me talking about how we need to stop yelling at our children, how we need to start
mm.
connecting with them and all that. That one is another issue again, especially African women. We yell, we shout, and that alone can affect our children. It can affect them to be shy. They can stop. Okay, like now you see you tell your child to do something and he did not listen, and maybe he's watching TV, and before you know it, you are shouting and you're yelling. There's a way to go about it. You don't need to shout, you don't need to yell. There's a way to go about it. Before you know it, you are shutting your child down. You don't allow them to
Oh,
talk. Even if they want to
mm,
explain a situation to you, you are like, no. So, and Africans, you tell your child you can, when an adult is talking, you cannot talk. That's another,
wow.
you must keep quiet. There's a way, that's a way of shutting up.
Perfect.
You cannot, like, some adults will tell you, you can't look straight into an adult's face or eyes.
I,
Eyeball to eyeball.
yes.
When you are talking, you must look down. And before you know it, it's giving them low self-esteem. And coming to this part of the world, I realize that the kids are bold. They want to say their mind. They are looking at you in their eyes. They don't hide anything. They don't hide their emotions. They will give it to you raw. But
Back to back.
and if a Nigerian kids talk like that, you shut them down. No, why can you be talking to an adult like that? Who asked you question? Did I ask you? Did I tell you to talk? Things like that. We are shutting down our kids, and they are not bold. They are not confident to go out there. And these days, they will ask you, "What do you bring to the table?" You have to be bold. You have to be out there. Teenagers are doing a lot of things out there now. So many. I know so many kids now that they don't even want to go to university again. They want to be content creator. Like, okay, because I was even actually I was
I think universities now, to help those kids, they have to start having that. I think, I don't know if they have those departments yet. Let them have
yeah,
such
maybe they need
departments in school so that
such
children will go to
department.
school and study.
Because
Mm,
my daughter, she's watching YouTube. And I'm like, okay, you are making money for all these people. You too, okay, maybe you need to start creating your own content too. Let us start making
mm,
money in this house too, And these days, if you're not bold, if you're not confident, if you cannot go online and put yourself out there and be visible, you will not make
Chai.
money. You not like me now. I don't really want to be out there. I don't want to be visible. But I'm like, okay, how will I reach my people? How will I be known if I
Mentor
don't do
people.
all this? So I had to push myself. I'm like, okay, you can't be shy. Shyness will not bring you money. Shyness will not take you anywhere. So it's parenting. It starts with how we are raising our kids.
Mm.
I don't know if I'm able to. I answered your questions.
Yeah, of course, you've done that. I think, um, can you, you have said that sometimes that is trauma. This trauma of a thing, how do we get healed? Is it by going for therapy? Are there different ways, maybe reading books? Are there different ways we can really receive this healing? Like that is
Really?
structured, maybe a structured pathway that we can go through. I see some people organizing programs saying they are helping people to heal from trauma, but is that enough? Like going through a 3 days class, having the information, like you have
It's
said,
not
reading from
it's not enough. It's not enough
mm,
because I would say that because healing, you have to heal, and healing is gradual. It cannot happen
mm,
overnight. It cannot happen
mm,
overnight. And the first thing is so many people are in denial. Even
mm,
Christians, even pastors, they will tell you what is trauma. There's nothing like trauma. And it's a lie. So many people are in denial. Because if you don't accept something, how do you heal from it? You have to
that's true.
know that something is wrong with you before you can go to a doctor and say, I think something is wrong with me. What can I do? You need to accept it first because most of us are carrying wounds that needs to be healed even before we can be used by God. We need to rebuild our strength. We are not allowed to even reuse our strength right now. We have to rebuild it. And to heal, you need to cooperate with the healing. You have to
Mm,
refuse shame. You have to put
mm,
shame aside and you have to be willing to relearn. You have to be willing to relearn and be ready to release all the weight you have been carrying. You have to let go
mm,
of all the pains, of all the hurts. By forgiving
mm,
yourself first, you have to forgive yourself first, then forgive other people that may be involved in whatever trauma that you have going on for you. And the thing is that healing prepares us for exposure. When you are healed, then that is when God can expose you. And you have to be vulnerable for God to use you. You must be healed for you to be exposed by God. Because I had to go through a lot of sitting down. I had to reflect and be like, okay, what is actually wrong with you? What is the trauma? What I had to sit down, I had to really, really sit down. And it's not easy. It won't happen overnight. Healing is a journey and it can only happen by the help of God. There's so many things that we carry that we don't even know. Yesterday there was something just realized about myself. I'm like, okay, God, I was like, God, I didn't even know this. I have this issue. So
mm,
gradually, God will just we will take you through journeys. There was a time I was like, God, what is happening to me? God had to stretch me. He had to stretch me and he had to open my eyes. I had to be like, okay, I need to reset my mindset. I have to be open for these healings to happen. So many of us are in denial, especially Africans and especially Christians. Christians especially, we are in denial. And sometimes success looks like healing. Sometimes it looks like letting go. You have to let go. And it looks like you deciding again. Yeah, like you have to start all over again.
I'm really looking forward to hearing a lot for the focus healing. From all the conversations so far, I decided to lead with conversations
Mm,
because I want us to be exposed, and that's what you have touched on by God's
mm,
grace. I really don't just want to be the one teaching, 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 all the mass goals, but I really want us to be exposed because we have, like I said in the community yesterday, that when a woman is empowered, she will finally now realize that she has a lot of options that she can leverage on. It doesn't matter where she lives, it doesn't matter her community. And that's
mm.
the essence of these conversations for women so that
Yeah.
they can be open. So some of these things you are saying, I'm writing them down. and I will watch this video again because we could even organize a program for women to heal from trauma. I know you can take that lead because you are an expert there. Me, I'm not an expert. All right. So now you have said something. There's a woman I saw about 3 years ago. I was making my research online, and I
Mm,
discovered that she uses journaling. As we were talking, I just remembered she uses journaling to help women heal
mm,
and to help them discover their purpose. The first time I saw like journaling to discover purpose, I just scrolled past it. It was after a while, I think my husband also saw it. He now drew my attention to it. My wife, come and see this woman. Maybe you like what she's doing. And
mm.
I started to study her work. I'm like, wow. And then she was not sharing her experiences, how she was able to use journaling to heal, to
Yes,
heal
I do a
herself.
lot of
And then she
that.
discovered her purpose. You said?
Yes, I said I do a lot of that.
You
Mm,
see, so there's a lot we can really begin to do. And then you have also spoken about reflection. I think the young lady that spoke on the two, just logo, she said something related to how to begin to live an intentional life. She said set goals, learn how to reflect so much, and then also journal. That is powerful. So thank you for sharing that. And then you also said okay, the part where you said if you don't heal, you cannot really achieve success, something like that.
mhm.
Um, can you break it down?
Okay, so when you are not healed, you just find yourself that you keep going back and going round in circles. I will use
Mm,
myself as an example, and like mentioned, that God had to stretch me for like 2, 3 years. I had to heal. I had to let go of so many things, and I realized that I didn't know I was reacting to issues that, little issues that were not supposed to even affect me. And
mm,
it's happened at work. It happened at
wow.
work. Yes. And like I said, I was working somewhere before I started this addiction and mental health profession. So I was working as a health information management professional then. And where I was working, I realized where I worked that time, there was a set of people that were, I don't know, I didn't do anything to them, but they just didn't like me. It was later that one of them now told me that someone wanted the position I got, and they didn't like that I
Oh,
got that position. And because I'm black, they did not like it. So they did so many things to make me fail at my job. But thank God
wow.
for my manager then. My manager was supportive, and she really, really helped me. But I realized that I carried so much unforgiveness from that job, so much,
Mm,
so much trauma that I did not know I had to heal. So when I started a new job, I got triggered by every little thing. So when I started a new job, I got there, and there was a guy. The first day I started the job, he was just watching me. He came behind me, and even if I was talking to clients, he was always correcting me, and it triggered that what I went through at the other job. I was like, okay, this is what happened at my previous job, because they were always looking for my mistake. They were always trying to check my work and all that, and it triggered me.
mm,
And I think when I reacted, and I told the guy that I was not reporting to him. And so many things happened, that I sent email that I was not supposed to send. And it was later, and I got home. It was when I was I was really, really angry. And when I got home,
oh,
I'm like, God, so what did I do? I think I made a mistake today. And I had to be like, God had to sit me down and be like, no, you reacted to a trigger, and
mm,
so I had to sit down and be like, okay, this is from my previous job. I carried the trauma into my new job. And later, the guy, he was now trying to gang up against me. It became an issue that I had to report to my manager. There were days that I didn't want to go to job. Anytime I checked my schedule and I saw the guy that we were working together, I didn't want to go to work, because it would be around me. It would be checking me and all that. And he was ganging up with other people just to find out what I was doing, and I had to, God, I didn't, and I was telling God, I don't want this job. I needed to resign and find another job. But God kept me in that job for 3 years, and I had to
Oh,
grow. I had to develop resilience that going to my work every day, I had to be like, okay, Kenny, you cannot react today. Whatever they do to you, just let go. Just don't, just, I had to build relationship with other people, even with the same person, because we have to work together as a team. God taught me different ways of how I was able to navigate that season. And it kept me there. And I kept trying to get other jobs. I kept applying to different places. I did not get even Anita. All the interviews, like I would go for interviews and they were like, oh, you're so good. Okay, we'll get back to you. And they will never get back to me. And I'm like, God, I did well at the interview. Why am I not getting another job? But it kept me there because he wanted me to grow. I had to let go of so many odds, unforgiveness and all that. And I am actually still working at the place. I,
oh,
I am still working there, and I have made new friends there, and I've grown that, the kind of people that we see, they can be aggressive, they will call you names, people with mental health, people with addiction, and God had to make me stay there so that I could grow.
oh,
For any insult, if anybody is just say anything, oh, all these white people, they can call you bitch. You like, you're a bitch. You are not. You are ugly. You are this. Or like, am I ugly? No, I'm not ugly. Am I a bitch? I'm not a bitch. So it was not, all their insults were not even affecting me. I would just smile. I would just tell them, when you're ready for me to help you, you can come back. God taught me different ways how I could handle them, how I could handle my colleagues, the clients, and all that. And I'm glad that God kept me there because I've grown. I've learned how I didn't know that I was that reactive to triggers and all that. But now I've gone. God had to sit down with me and be like, "This is a pattern, and you have to let go. You have to heal from all this." And it's if I didn't let go, and if I didn't have to, if every day I go to work, I would get home and I would reflect, oh, what happened today? What can I do better? Because it was getting to a point that if I was not careful, I could lose my job if I react
oh.
at work. And you're not allowed to react, you have to work together as a team and all that. Because they were really, really coming for me. And as a only black woman there, if I did not take care, I would have lost my job and all that. So, and that is not success. If you have to be successful, you have to grow past all those things. You have to grow, and growing requires you to be resilient, to let go of odds and all that. So, yeah, for me, that is why I said that to be successful, you have to heal. There's so many things that will hold you back, that will hold you down, and so many people will just keep going around in circles, and that pattern will be there, and you don't know what is. For me, that was what was holding me back, and for some people, it might be other things that you might not even know. And when right now I'm going to leave the job. I've just gotten another offer somewhere. And when it was time, God made it happen. I tried. I was like, God, this I prayed, I fasted, I did so many things, but God was like, no, it's not yet time. But when it is time, God was like, this is the time for you to go now. You have learned all that I want you to learn at this place. And the job, I'm starting a new job very soon, but that job, the way it came, and it's like God just elevated me, and I'm like, okay, there's sometimes that if you don't let go of so many things, it will drag you down. That even if you get promoted, it will be that thing that will be your downfall. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say, but for me, I had to let go of so many things, so many unforgiveness and all the pains that I was carrying. And yeah,
You need to come and do testimony for the new job. Testimony time.
Abi.
You see, this thing you are saying now, even though we give testimony, whether in church or we talk to a friend or we are grateful in our secret places, but many a times we usually celebrate the outcome. We don't always take inventory of what God has taken us through for us
Yeah.
to get there. You see, God is more interested in what we went through to get there than, and that's why God is not happy for people who love to take shortcuts. Like you said before,
Yes.
that
Like you
a lot
said,
of us
mm, so many
go
people
on.
who are give testimony about their success, but they don't give testimony about what they are giving up, what they had to give up.
Yes,
Like it is
yes,
very real. It can feel like you're letting go of everything you worked for. You know, there was a time I was like, God, but I'm not the one at fault. They are the ones that they are coming for me. They are the wicked people. They are the mean people. They are being mean to me. But God was like, no, you. I want to let you go. I want to make you grow, so that that place I'm taking you to, you don't know who you are going to meet there. You don't know who is going to come for you. Like right now, I've developed a thick skin right now that's I don't know who will come for me that will
break you down.
shape me now, you know. But it's like you're becoming responsible, you are becoming whole for your own life, you are making your choices, your direction. It can be hard. It will feel like you're walking away from everything you have built, everything you have worked for. But the truth is you are not giving up. You are just growing. You're choosing alignment, you know. You are taking courage things, you're picking up courage steps than staying where you are. And sometimes it means like this version of success is not healthy. You know, I was saying, God, I don't want to go through this. It's too much for me. But God had to stretch me. My mindset, it got to a stage that, I will see them, they will be like in a circle, gang up, talking about me. Before I'm like, oh God, they're talking about me now. But these days I don't even care. If I'm there, if we talk about me. If I'm not there, you talk about me. People will still talk about you. So those things don't even move me again. Before I want to please people. I don't want to make people not like me. Before I wanted to always, I will always want to make good impression. Like there's no way people will still have their own impression of you. They will still talk about you
Exactly.
behind. They will still talk behind you. They will still have their own opinions. There's nothing you can do about that. So you
Mm.
just have to grow and build up your own strength. It might be painful, but you just have to grow through it. Like there was
In
something
fact,
before.
okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Let me allow you to land.
Okay, there was something, a quote that I saw that says that go through grow to what you go through. Whatever you're going through, just grow through it. You allow yourself to grow. It might be painful, but just grow through that thing you're going through right now.
I was asking you the major framework for really, you know, processing your trauma. And now you have just said it, that God places us in environments, in positions, in situations, so that those things can refine us and then
Hmm.
we can be processed. So I think it's really a matter of awareness in every season. It's a
Yes.
matter of awareness. If you are not aware that this environment, God is using it to process you so that some of those traumas, some of those past baggages, you can begin to let go of them, then you get to shortchange yourself because now you are living in denial. You shortchange yourself and you don't allow the process to fully take place. Like you said before, and I took note of that, you said, if you are not healed, God will not expose you.
Mm-hmm.
People, are you learning something? Like God will not expose you. Just imagine you running away from that place and then you are looking for another place. Who knows if that other place you're going is going to be worse off? But God is using this place
Yes.
to
Yes.
prepare you for that next level.
That's why sometimes people are bullied online and they said they want to kill themselves. You have to be you just have to be strong, just like
Mm.
you don't know where God is taking you to. Like I in the news the other day, 2 days ago, a man killed himself and killed his wife, killed himself, the wife and the children. Why?
Okay, okay. I think I saw it.
Why?
Why
Because
did that happen?
because he was owing money. I was like,
It was
because
owing money.
you are in debt, you decided to kill yourself, to kill your wife and kill your children. I'm like, what kind of a thing is that? Money that you can always make, money that everybody, I don't know who is not in debt, I don't know who is not owing money. Why will you kill yourself? There's some things that should not even move us these days. Like, you get bullied online, you have to, that's why God will not allow you, he will not expose you when you, that's why some people, they are in a hurry to
To
be,
go viral.
to go viral, you know. So but you have to get very clear within yourself, because people will always have opinions, very strong ones. But if you are clear within yourself, you will not keep shifting to please other people. And if you're not grounded, you will start second guessing your own path. The truth is, like, is just that not every wood comes from absence. Some comes from control, pressure, and expectations. People will have expectations from you, but you have to be able to choose that this is my path. You have to define success for yourself and stand in it. People will always have their opinions. There's nothing you can do about that. And it does not make them wrong. And also, it does not make you wrong. So you just have to know that you understand your choices and you are okay with it. And not everyone will understand your own choices. That's the truth about life.
I think we should collaborate and write a book on this. Co-authors. Because as you are sharing, a lot is really buzzing in my mind that I can just add to it to make it also come alive. Maybe
Mm.
we could do recordings upon recordings. I will get someone to help us transcribe them to a book. That would be beautiful. What do you think?
Yes, count me in.
In fact, I'm enjoying the conversation already, whether someone is listening or not. You see, I've just been so focused looking at your face, intentionally listening and all of that. What do
Yeah.
you guys think about a collaboration? Writing a book on that. So, lastly, ma'am, I know we have so much to share here,
Hmm.
but we're going to find a way around it to continue this conversation. But I'd like you to talk to me on redefining success, such that you don't settle. Because a lot of people will say, I can define success in my own terms. You're not the one to tell me how to define success. How do we redefine it in such a way that we don't get to settle? Somebody is asking, this is pre-recorded. We are live. We are live. Maybe you have to shift to where we are since you are in the middle of the call. So the question is, how do we
Wait, what
redefine
did the person
success?
ask? If it's,
I said,
oh,
how do we redefine success without feeling like you are settling or giving up on your potential?
mm, okay. I think we have to start with not comparing ourselves, especially
Mm.
we women, not comparing ourselves, because when you compare yourself, it keeps you watching other people's life instead of building your own. You have to build your own life. And scripture says in Ecclesiastes 11:4, whoever observes the wind will not sow, and whoever regards the clouds will not reap. It means that if you keep waiting for the perfect conditions, you are watching other people, you will keep missing your own moment. You are checking other people's lives. Why don't you focus on your own? Focus on your own. The truth is, if you keep watching the wind, you will never sow. At some point, you have to stop looking around and decide. It makes you question yourself when you are comparing yourself to other people. You will never be enough, you'll never be good enough, and it will make you rush into something you're not supposed to rush into. It makes you rush your process. And the tricky part is that you are comparing your real life to someone else curated moments. You don't know where they're coming from. You don't know what they have gone through. You don't know how God has stretched them. You don't know all the pains they've gone through. So we just have to focus on our own journey. And just another thing I would say is, you don't need to be perfect. Just show up. Because someone like me, I can be a perfectionist. I want everything to be perfect, everything to be to I want to have everything, before I go out there. I love good things. So I'm like always like, oh, everything must be perfect. But if
Yeah.
God is calling you, you want to fulfill your purpose, start today. Start with whatever you have. Start small. You don't need to be perfect. Just show up. Show up. This is April. April is ending already. I have so much I have so much planned that I wanted to do for April. And so I am so guilty of this, and I've let go of so many things. I'm like, oh God, I can't stress myself. But you just have to keep the rhythm going. Even if it's
Mm.
just one small thing you can do a day. I know maybe you fell off somewhere in week 2. This is the week, the April is coming to an end. You can still do that thing you want to do for April. Don't let one missed day become a missed month. You know, if you want to take that walk today, take it. You want to lose the weight, start small. Start small. You want to write a book, write a sentence today. If you want to start saving, save that 5 naira. Start today. Do one small thing today so that your April will even be like, okay, you try small. Because nobody is perfect, nothing is perfect. Yes, that's all
Interesting.
I would say.
In fact, this is one of the best conversation I've had since we started on this journey. I must be sincere. Like just listening to you calmly, my body is relaxed. First of all, my body is calm. First of all,
Oh,
I have peace of mind, and I'm just taking it all in. So powerful, ma'am. You are such a powerful and a great teacher. Thank you
no,
so much
thank
for
you.
sharing. We hope to. In fact, while I was praying and also meditating upon what we do in the Focus Women program, I was just thinking about doing this again, if possible, maybe once in a month, once in a quarter,
No, that
and
would
we
be
just
nice.
can have it for a day, all through that day, and we have different people speak about different areas. We're going
Mm,
to look into this again because there's so much we need to begin to unravel. One thing
mm,
I've seen in the online space is that we have a lot of programs. I also champion a lot of programs. We teach,
mm,
teach, teach, but we don't get to really have conversations. Bringing regular people, different people from different walks of life to just come to the room and share ideas with us. How are they navigating this journey? And I believe that if women are exposed to some of these different ideas, it will also begin to position them in different ways for them to be able to move to the next steps.
mm.
So we're going to have another conversation. Hopefully, in the next 1 month or 2 months, depending on how it goes, I would also get in touch with you. Thank you for being a part of this. It's been a blessing. And don't forget the book. We have
Thank
started off
you.
so many initiatives all through this program. Oh. There was one lady, I think we said we are going to start traveling. Hey, that one is for travel and tour. The conversation led us there. So we are
Mm.
writing a book. Don't forget to. You know me, I will not forget. I won't
You know,
forget.
I know that's why I like you. You don't allow me rest.
Yeah, I won't forget. So we're going to do that. We're going to do that. God will help us. Thank you so much.
Mm.
So give us your final words to the focused woman out there. You've said a lot around success. What would be your final encouragement as we wrap up on this very segment?
Ah, okay. I would just say that success starts with us choosing ourselves, and
Mm,
if that fear, whatever fear you have, just let it go. You don't have to be perfect, like I said before, and do not wait. I'm even telling myself right now, do not wait. Move. Do not delay. Decide
mm,
today, because one decision can change the trajectory of everything for you. Just a single decision, and just move no matter what. Move, keep moving, don't stop. Even that failure is just telling you that you have so much more to learn. And whatever you fail at, learn whatever you have to learn. That mistakes you make, just learn from it and keep moving. Keep moving, like Coach Fitz. That's why I like you. I know I am glad that I have you as a coach, because you always push me. You always push me, like, you know. I know you. I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to say.
yeah,
Push
I
me,
understand.
even when I want to give up. I'm like, oh my god, this is too stressful, and you we always push me, and I like that about you. And thank you for having me. I'm so glad for this opportunity, and to everyone listening or watching us, thank you for joining. I can't see you, even though I can't see anything. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you all, and let us go out there and be the best that we can be, and become that person God has called you to be. You can do so much more, even if it's one life in your own little space. You can touch people, you can touch lives. You don't have to be known and be popular and be the DDK, but in your own little space, just do whatever you can do. And you don't know who you are touching, you don't know what life that you will touch. Like someone was telling me the other day that, oh, he watched my video and was like, you are so quiet, you talk so gentle. I'm like, that is me. If I try, I can't be DDK. I don't have that strength to shout. So your own way, you will touch the people that you are supposed to touch. You know, I don't know. I don't know how to say this. Just be yourself. Don't be somebody else. Don't be Sarah Jakes. Be yourself. Be yourself and let God use you to reach the lives and generation, the next generation especially.
Thank you so much, Ma. Have an amazing day ahead. I know
You
your day is
too.
just starting.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye. Bye everyone.
All right, people, we just rounded off our fourth session for today. I don't know why it's raining again, but I hope and I pray that my network today, nothing will happen to it. All right, so we're going to be having our second session by 2 p.m. Okay, Nigeria time. Do where to show up in class. So after now, I'm going to drop a message in the group. We're going to, like we said, we're going to be giving certifications to those that have been very much active. So we're going to create a Telegram group and we'll give you that access so you can start dropping your details. All right. Thank you so much. Ensure that you stay around for our next edition. Take care and bye for now.